Hello everyone and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room Recap for Wednesday, July the 10th. My name is Barry Anderson, moderator of your trading room. Any questions you may have for me, you can use this email address right here. This is a link to get into our free trading room. You do not have to be a member of Trade Ideas to be in our free trading room. I open the room every morning at 9 o'clock Eastern Time. That's when I start to share my screen. And I get live on the mic at about 9:05. I go up to 3:30 Mondays to Thursdays and up to 3 o'clock on Fridays. In the email you're getting, you will see a promo code for 15% off a Trade Ideas subscription, either standard or premium, monthly or yearly. Well, as opposed to yesterday, this was a very exciting day for me, and I know a lot of people in the room. Now, if you remember yesterday, CEI was the absolute crazy one. And I did see this in the pre-market, but I kind of, personally, I had a bias on it that I discounted the news that they came out with. And of course, that was the wrong thing to do. I mean, the stock went from 256 all the way up at the very end of the day to 950. Now, it's pulled back completely now, but the bottom line is that, I kind of misread how I thought that news would affect the stock performance of the day. So I wake up this morning and we have VISL. Now, I kind of thought the same thing. I mean, the big news for this one is that they had a $2.5 million sale to the U.S. Army. Now, to me, that's not a huge deal, but I thought, you know what? I'm not going to second guess myself this time. So I ended up taking this trade right. This is pre-market, by the way. That tan area is the pre-market. And I ended up taking this trade right here at I think it was 315. I did sell some right here at 352. I sold some more at 422, and then the last bit right up here at 483. And now it looks terrible what I did on the 15-minute chart, but if I go to a 5-minute chart, you'll maybe see why I did get out when I did. Maybe it's hard to see. I think my issue really was if you look at the weekly chart, I just thought there might be too much resistance right around this 4, right above 4 or 5, or right at 5. So that's why I decided to take it out here. I thought it may really stall at 5. That's kind of a psychological number. I'm not upset with myself. I mean, I still, it worked out really, really well. And I ended up taking it again. Now, this turned out to be an incredibly whippy, choppy look. I mean, look at all these topping tails here. Again, if you're unfamiliar with these topping tails, what they mean is that at one point the buyers took this used to be a completely green candle all the way up there, and then the sellers knocked it down to close it here. They did the same thing here. The buyers took it up, the sellers knocked it down, buyers take it up, then they close it way down here. Then you get the reverse. You get this big bottoming tail. Sellers really tried to knock it down, and the buyers closed it here. So we started watching this, and had a sort of a pop up here, but I think that was pretty. It was a quick one, and then it dropped. So you get these topping tails, and I mean, there's no resistance really. Now I think what happened is this is if you look at the weekly chart, there's no resistance, mainly because this is a new symbol. Now, I don't know what this was before, and probably if you saw that chart, there'd be resistance all over the place. But what a lot of traders are looking at right now is this is just a new symbol, and it's breaking out to sort of lifetime highs. I know they're not really, but as the new symbol, it is. Let me just get this 15-minute chart up again. So anyway, the bottom line is, saw this pop up here, the pullback again, the bottoming tail. And I decided to take this trade one more time right here on that candle as it was taking out 7 again. And boy, did I ever get lucky, because I ended up selling. I took it right here at 718, I think. What was it? 715. And I ended up selling at 770. Now, it did get up to 8, but, that was very, very quick. That was probably within 30 seconds, 15 seconds, I can't really remember, but all I do remember is I bought it and I sold it so quickly because, it's chopping around so much. Now, the other one that is really giving me a great little trade, just a second here. kind of out of nowhere. Now it's pulled back. You know, I have sold some, and just before I was watching it, it almost got up to 8, and I've sold some more right here. Probably that's it. This is a company that basically all they do is they look for companies to acquire or merge with. And this it came in a couple of scans. It came up in my gap up. You can see right here in my gap up scan. And it also, I have another top list that shows stocks, or actually an alert window that shows stocks making new lifetime highs. And so this showed up there. And so anyway, I got into this one right here, 1138. You know, I guess you call it way late, but it intrigued me. I saw this big bottoming tail. Again, the bottoming tail, sellers tried to knock it down. The buyers closed it, looked like it was trying, and then it started to move again. When it took out this 1134, I decided to hop on it. And I really didn't think it was going to move that much, but man, 1134 all the way up to 1196. I did take some out at 1173, and as I say, just as I was before I was doing this video, I took that my last bid at 1183. And I mean, it could be over now, so I don't have any more left. This was really something I did not think was going to move like this. The one that I also took that, unfortunately, I got a little jumpy on, and you can see, let's see, was it on a 15-minute? Yes, on a 15-minute. This ENPH, so I saw, or was it a 5-minute, 15-minute, or sorry, a 5-minute chart. Let me just make sure. Yeah, no, it's a 15-minute chart. So this is basically a red bar ignored. All right, you've got this green candle here. You've got the red bar. Now, it may not be totally engulfed. Let me just see what the high is. The high is 1935. The high here is actually 1935. So this is not totally engulfed by that previous green candle, but I love the bottoming tail. Again, sellers tried to knock it down. Sellers close it up here. The sellers tried again. Now, they close it here, but this is the green candle that counts. And it took out that area right there, 1935. Now, had I seen it here, which I didn't, I saw it more right up here in 1944. I would have, and again, this doesn't tell the tale because you have to see it on a 15-minute. What happened was, if I was just looking at the 15-minute chart, I would have been still in this one. But on the 5-minute chart, when I got into this at 1944, it moved up and then it moved down. And the problem for me was I was watching the SPY at the same time, and it was doing this, and I thought, man, I'd like the SPY at least not to be moving down, and I'd like to be at least neutral. And of course, if it's moving up, the better. Anyway, long-winded my saying that I got out basically flat, and then look what it did afterwards. So now here, actually, this looks like another red bar ignored. In fact, and same sort of scenario. 1997, the high is right there. So I mean, if it gets over 20, this could be another red bar ignored situation, and it could still start to move. And of course, it has all sorts of room. So anyway, that's the one I get a little jumpy on. But anyway, the VISL trade. Everybody was, I shouldn't say everybody, but many people in the room were in on that one, both in the pre-market and then once the market opened. And that is really about it. Holly had nothing really shaking today. Marker, not a bad one. No, I got rid of the chart, but marker, not a bad one. 867, 891. That's really the best one from Holly all day. All right, everybody, I want to bring back the capture program and get back into the trading room. So again, if you have any questions for me, you can use this email address. Link to our free room, 100% free. You don't have to be a member. Trade ideas to be in our room. And I'll open the room tomorrow at 9 o'clock Eastern. So I hope everybody has a great evening. We'll see you in the room tomorrow. Bye-bye.